Hi, welcome to Attainable Green. I'm Jess, and today we're going to do an update on my Cattleya seedlings. I've been growing seedlings for about 5 months now, and in my previous video I detailed how I took care of my dendrobium seedlings. In this episode we're focusing on my Cattleya seedlings. This is the LC featherrae crossed with Cattleya warneri. These seedlings definitely suffered a lot right out of flask. In less than a month since it came out of flask, it had to deal with a thrips infestation. And it basically wiped out half of the flask. The seedlings that remained were in recovery. And this is another month for recovery because I'm still battling thrips on these seedlings. So I need a more aggressive and invasive solution to get rid of the thrips. To deal with them, I'm going to put the seedlings in a bleach solution. It should be strong enough to kill the pests, but not enough to cause any damage to the plants. First, I'm going to remove the plants from the media. I want to make sure that there's no pests hiding, and we're going to start with fresh media after this is all done. So after all the seedlings are unpotted, I'm going to put it in the bleach solution, which is about 1 gallon of water and 1 cap of bleach. I'm not sure what the exact ratio is, but this should work just fine. I'm leaving the plants in there for about 30 minutes. Then I'm going to rinse it off and brush off any excess debris, pests, or dead leaves. I just want to clean up the plants to make sure that they look nice and neat before I repot them. After the bleach solution and the cleaning, I trimmed up some roots, taped off some dead sheaths, dead leaves, and just make sure that it just looks better overall. Then I'm going to pot them in a new container. In this case, I'm going to do a community pot. And similar to the dendrobiums, it's a relatively shallow pot with about 1.5 inch depth. It's a relatively shallow pot, so I don't have to worry about it staying too wet for too long. I'm using full sphagnum moss with a layer of bark on the bottom, just so that it has better drainage. So I'm going to be potting all of the plants in the same pot, and I'm just going to be careful to make sure I cover all the roots and try to leave as much as the canes above the media. It's a little tricky because these plants are so small and the moss is really fluffy, but I think I'm going to do a decent job in this. After these plants are potting up, I'm going to put it on a heat mat so that the nighttime temperatures don't get too cold for these guys, and hopefully will promote more root growth. So far, these seedlings are very hardy and very tough. They're already growing some new roots. I see a little bit of new growth, and I'm sure new leaves will follow. I'm hoping that once the temperatures warm up and we get into springtime, that these seedlings will really take off. I'm a little disappointed that I had to deal with the thrips issue again, but I know that I need to be more mindful of any pest issues and to confront and deal with them as quickly as possible. If I delay it, then they spread even faster and it's even harder to control. So this is another lesson learned, to deal with pests immediately and definitely make sure that you get rid of all of them as much as possible. Now that we got rid of thrips, I'm hoping for smoother sailing for these seedlings. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, Attainable Green, for the latest updates. And hit the bell so you never miss an episode. Bye!